Nhưng đó là bài học cho chúng ta trong cuộc sống. Thắng, thua, thành, bại là những chuyện thường xuyên giày vò cuộc sống của con người. Có những lúc chúng ta tự cho rằng mình đã thắng nhưng trên thực tế, có khi chúng ta đã thua nhiều hơn mà chẳng hề hay biết.
A story about compassion. A boy bet with a monk on the life of a butterfly. He won the load of firewood, but when he brought the load home, he realized that he had lost. There was a monk who went to the mountain to chop firewood. On the way back, he discovered that a young man had caught a butterfly and was trying to bend his hands to keep it from flying. Seeing the monk, he said, "Monk, can you and I make a bet?" The monk asked again, "What's the bet? Can you guess whether the butterfly in my hand is alive or dead? If you guess wrong, the load of firewood will belong to me," the young man replied. The monk agreed and guessed. "The butterfly in your hand is dead." The young man laughed loudly and replied, "You guessed wrong." Saying that, he opened his hand and the butterfly flew up from inside. The monk said, "Okay, this load of firewood belongs to you." Having finished speaking, he put down his load of firewood and happily walked away. The young man didn't know why the monk was so happy, but looking at the load of firewood in front of him, he didn't pay much attention and happily carried the load of firewood home. Seeing his son return, the father immediately asked where the firewood came from. The boy told the story to his father. After listening to his son's story, he suddenly said in an angry voice, "My child, it's me. I'm so confused. Do you think you won? Even when you lost, you didn't know you lost." His father's words left his son bewildered and unable to understand anything. The father immediately ordered him to carry the bundle of firewood on his shoulders, and father and son brought the firewood to return to the temple. Seeing the monk, the father immediately spoke, "Teacher, my son has offended you, please forgive me." The monk nodded, smiled but said nothing. On the way back home, the teenager, after a period of wondering, finally voiced the doubts in his heart. The father sighed and said, "That monk deliberately guessed that the butterfly was dead, so I could release it and win the load of firewood. If he says the butterfly is alive, I will squeeze the butterfly to death and I will also win the bet. Do you think that monk doesn't know what you're planning?" People lost a bundle of firewood but won something much more valuable, which is compassion. As for me, I lost that precious thing without even knowing it. The story may be very simple, but it is a lesson for us in life. Winning, losing, success, failure are things that often torment people's lives. There are times when we think we have won, but in reality, sometimes we have lost more without even knowing it.